wop me oobity wop me oop-a-doo down. Shoobity wop me oobity wop me oop-a-doo down.
21 years. My sub is old enough to drink legally, in this jurisdiction. wop me oop-a-doo down.
Good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night on Tuesday the 13th of September. Hope everyone is well. It's risky business time. I forget this is a game I can do full screen. And I always forget that because it's got built-in chat, and yeah, my camera will appear when I go to the next screen. I'm here, don't worry, Aaron, I'm here. Hello. I'm here. Yes, I'm doing my Christopher Lee voice. It's very scary. Smoke rises from the mountain of doom. The hour grows late, and Gandalf the Grey rides to Isengard, seeking my counsel. Well, that is why you have come, is it not? There is no bed, only chat. Oh, I love a Ghostbusters reference. It's risky business time. I'm going to do all of the how do you do's once we've opened this here lobby. If you want to come play, type in the code. Hello, I'm here. It wasn't Christopher Lee, it was me. It was me the whole time. Oh, I had you going. You know, it wasn't Christopher Lee back from the dead. It was just me. It was Ben. Here I am. Hello. Hope everyone's right. I need to turn my hair up. So I do. Hope you're doing well. I had a good sort of rest of the weekend. Good start to the week. I had a really good Monday, actually. So I lost my wallet, and on Monday I found it. It was a mini adventure, so it was. It was great. And I got some more bits done on a project I'm working on. Yeah, post-stream party in the Discord. I got something I want to test out, ideally with people. It uses Hackbox. I've tempted to do it on stream, but I think I'll just be a bit more casual. It's very much test questions. In fact, I've still got to write one of the rounds, but it'll be fast writing of the round. So that was nice. Right, let me stop that bonus, the risky bonus right there. There we go. Good evening to Colo and Paul Lister and Buzzle Dan, Not a Cat, AB Me, Zeus, Shapes Topper, G. Isons, Pum and Ben, Andrew, hello, Arun, Samster, Natter, Gugiez, Oni, Mark, Toot, Dragon, Jack, Stimson, Sangle, anyone else who is lurking, loitering, lingering in the chat. You are very welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for this game night on this Tuesday evening. We got risky business up first. Love a bit of risky business, so I do. This pack comes to us direct from the pen of Lewis T1 Lewis, to whom we're very grateful. It's been proved by Samster, so I've not seen it in advance. Though I have it on good authority, it's compiled into the game correctly, he says. Maybe I'll just check that. Maybe I will just check that because of things that are going to happen. I'll just put the BRB screen on. I am still here, just in case it opens on the wrong monitor. No, it seems to have come in okay. I mean, the game probably wouldn't have loaded if it was an invalid JSON, so... Oh, no, wrong one. Just monitor one. So, yeah, it's risky business. Love a bit of risky business. A bit later on, we got the Abyss, when we'll see Samster not getting into the arena once again. Possibly. Who knows? I don't know. Might happen. RNG might do a thing. But, yeah, we're all good. James Crosswell, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Go on, Samster. Yeah, that comes from Tao and Mark. We'll see a bit of that later on. But first of all, this pack of risky business written by Lewis, proofed by Samster, and then Abyss later on. And then some other stuff to show you in the post-stream party in the Discord. So if you're there, stay there. If you're not there, come and join us. Come hang out. It'd be good to see you. Oh no! Please don't spoil that particular bit of the Emmys for me too, because we're just about to start season 6, and yeah, I haven't read the results yet. Although I have taken a headline for something a bit later on. But yeah, please don't spoiler the Emmys for me. Season 6 of the Emmys, no, season 6 of Better Call Saul. Anyway, yeah, all is well. Hope you're good. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 23, 24. Hello, it's Otley. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. The show did not win an award. Okay. Well, I will Pretend that's not a spoiler. I'm not. They didn't cause. You're binge watching us, so no Oscars questions are spoilers. Okay. Okay, well, you're just being silly now. All of you all in chat, all being ever so silly. Chat's back. Yeah, chat is. I mean, did chat go anywhere? Oh, your chat. Yes, you had a breaky chat, didn't you? It was all broken and whatnot. Anyway. What is happening? You all had too many blue Smarties for dinner. You all seem a bit hyperactive this evening, which is fine. Anyway. Oh, hello, Ali Law. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the game. I'll give you a couple more seconds. We have got anytime entry on this. Yo, Ali, hello. We have got anytime entry, which hopefully won't break and should be fine. I don't think there was anything wrong with this one last time. Can we stop spoilering in the chat, whether they're real spoilers or not? It is no more. No mas. Right, 25 of you in play. I think that's probably enough. Should we get on with the game? Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. Spoiler Lewis's package. Oh, that's why you're spoiling those. Yes, because you can't play this one, Subster. So he's making his own entertainment. Some questions will be asked. Okay, I might just... Can I put a ban on that word? That could be fun. What is it? Restrict? No. How do you, keyword? Ban a word in Twitch chat. Create a dashboard settings moderation. Blocked terms and phrases. There we go. Block. No, that's his username. Word, phrases. Oh, I can't be bothered. Another time. Right, let's play. Risky. I want to find the right button. Hello, Tadari. Welcome to the stream. You joining the game? Are you in the game? Come join the game, Tadari, just before I press the magic button if you're coming to play. What the fuck? Ben cannot do it. Couldn't do it. No, he couldn't. He's not very good. Right, welcome on into Tadari. Let's play Risky Business. There you all are. For now, anyone else wanting to join late, XRKF is the code you'll need. You'll be added on, but then I'll have to use the scroll rector that we can see all of yours. So, it's Risky Business. Medals and pennies all up for grabs. And all will be well. And we'll have a good time with Lewis's question pack. Here's the rules for round number 1. Round number 1 is called Favourable Odds. You'll be presented with a question and 5 options. More than one of the options may be a correct answer, but you only need to submit one letter for each question within 15 seconds, A, B, C, D, or E. The number of correct answers reduces with each question, whilst the amount of points you score increases. Answering a question incorrectly at any time will reduce your score to 0. For the first 3 questions, though, abstaining will not affect your score. To play question number 4, remember on question 4 you only get the options, you don't get the question. You have to make a decision before you see the question. You must choose to risk your points when prompted, and you need to have some risk accumulated. Obviously, if you haven't got any, you can't play it. If you do not want to play, do nothing, your score will be banked. Question 4 has 5 options and only 1 correct answer. If you pick the right one, your score is doubled, otherwise you lose everything. 3 sets of 4 questions with a maximum of 60 points available. That's about all there is to it. Hope you're all ready to play. Good luck. Fingers on buzzers. Whispering to the bot, Persephone's Twitch bot, and keep your eye on the chat for the question, because when it's in the chat, the question is live. Good luck to you all. Round 1, favourable odds. Question number 1. Options are the Ersatz Elevator, the Great Gatsby, the Grim Grotto, the Vile Village, the Reptile Room. Name a book in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events series. And fire, welcome to the chat. There you are down there. Most people get that one right. The Great Gatsby was not in Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events. That's a book by Scott Fitzgerald. Or possibly F. Scott Fitzgerald. Is that The Great Gatsby? I think it was. The series follows the orphaned Baudelaire children on a quest to unlock their family's secrets. In 2017, the series received a Netflix adaptation starring Neil Patrick Harris. Pretty sure The Great Gatsby was a book by Scott Fitzgerald. And It's fine. That's some people. Let's not knowledge shame people now. I hope that's not what was happening there. I hope that's wasn't what was happening there. I'm sure it wasn't. Let's clear the board. Plenty of people with 2 points of risk up there. Let's go on to question number 2. 3 correct answers out of 5 available here, and you'll get 3 points if you tell me one of them. Options are Nigeria, Wales, Pakistan, South Africa, Jamaica. Name a country that finished in the top 10 of the medal table at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. Maybe you don't have to play. Abstention, no penalty for abstention there. James Crosbellow's preserving the 2 points there. A lot of players going for Jamaica there. Oh, hello, Lucario. Welcome to the game. Just getting in down there. And you'll turn a different colour in a minute, but you are in the game. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Yeah, Jamaica, a wrong answer there. 33% of you going for that. James preserving his score. Giasons and Jack moving up to 3. Everyone else moving up to 5. We got that one right. Yeah. Pakistan came 18th and Jamaica came 12th overall. Of the right answers, Wales ranked highest, winning 8 gold medals and 28 medals in total. South Africa, the most popular answer amongst the gamut of players that we have tonight. Let's clear the board as we go on to the next question. 2 of these answers will be correct, and you get 5 points if you can find one of them. You do not have to play. Remember, if you give me a wrong answer, you won't be able to play the risk question, which is the 4th one. Good luck. Options are Gold, Hi Mom, The Addams Family 2, Dune, The Suicide Squad. Name a 2021 film with a worldwide gross of over $250 million. There's a lot of red. Remember, you don't have to play. You don't have to play. You can play it safe. And there we go. The Suicide Squad, catching a lot of people out there. Yeah. Dune and Hi Mom were the correct answers. Dune grossed $402 million, and Hi Mom, a Chinese comedy film, grossed $822 million, making it the 3rd highest grossing film of the year. Of the incorrect answers, The Suicide Squad gets closest to the 250 mark with a worldwide gross of only $169 million. So there you go. Well done to the 3 players, Brand New Halo 2 and Stinson Sangle, who have got the maximum risk going into this 4th question, 10 points. Jack Wilfred on 8. There are quite a number of players on 5, and James is on 2. Unfortunately, quite a few players have wiped out, will not be able to play on this risk question. Remember, you don't have to play this one, and if you don't want to play it, then just leave it blank. You will put your points in the bank. But if you do, you need to type R to risk, and you only see the options. Double points if you're right. There's only 1 correct answer, and a wipeout if you're wrong. Good luck. Options are rat, pigeon, horse/pony, snake, frog/toad. Bank or risk? So there is a pigeon in your bank account. Sorry, just channeling a bit of Face Jacker there. Does anyone remember Face Jacker? There is a pigeon in your bank account, and we need to get the pigeon out. Quite a number of players risking here. A number putting points into the bank. Lucario, Dragon, AB, me, Jack, Brand New Halo all putting points in the bank. Stimson Sangle is taking the maximum risk here. Just scorecard. Welcome to the stream. Or was it a Phone Jacker, not Face Jacker? Yeah, Face Jacker was Brian Badonder, wasn't it? Phone Jacker was George Akadukadwango. 10 players are risking on this question. Stimpson risking 10, James risking 2, everyone else who's risking it risking 5. Good luck to you all. Only 1 correct answer here. If you abstain on this one, by the way, that is treated as a wrong answer. Probably should have mentioned that. But abstention treated as wrong. Good luck. Here's your question. Name a pet owned by at least 1% of UK households, according to the Pet Food Manufacturing Association. Gotta give me an answer. Ben's got there. And James is out of time. Horse/pony. I would have thought snake of those options. I used to have a snake, but 1% is quite a lot. Around 500,000 horses or ponies are owned as pets in the UK. Frogs/toads are owned by 0.2% of households, pigeons by 0.8, rats by 0.3, and snakes by 0.8. Eat the rich. Yeah, pony. Pony was the right answer. If you've got a 500,000 population of what, 60 million? That would be just under 2, about 1.8%, something like that. Brand new Halo, Claire, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Have you joined? There you are, Claire. You're getting into the game. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just missing the first 4 questions there. But plenty of players don't have any points, so you're not too far behind. Very well done to Kolo and Pum and Ben, who managed to find the right answer there, doubling their risk up to 10. And we'll put those into the bank now. And at the end of the first set of 4 questions, Halo, Kolo, Toot and Ben have all got 10 points. Jack's got 8, and then we've got ADD Dragon and Lucario on 5. Everyone else is yet to score. Let's see if we can change your luck as we go on to the next set of questions. 5 options, 4 correct answers, 2 points if you find one. Here are your options. Rosh Hashanah, Pesach, Tu B'Shavat, Hapoel, Sukkot, good lord, maybe Jewish festival. I started that so well with Rosh Hashanah there, and then it all went downhill. Jewish festival. Might as well play this one, there's nothing at risk here. Hey, look at that. It's an unsaucig question. An anti-saucig question. Hapoel was the wrong answer there, which you've all very cleverly managed to avoid. Pesach is Passover, a festival of freedom that marks the Hebrew exodus from Egypt. Rosh Hashanah is Jewish New Year. Sukkot is a harvest celebration in the autumn. And Tu B'Shvat is the New Year of the trees and is a celebration to connect people to their environment. Hapoel is an Israeli sporting association, the name of which features in many of Israel's biggest football clubs. Lewis, hello, welcome to the stream. We're enjoying your questions very much so far, Lewis. Very much enjoying. Well, I certainly am. The Green Sea, yes, the anti-saucig is what we're going to call that. Very well played. Nothing to go in the bank yet, but we do go on to question number 2 of the set. 3 correct answers, 3 points if you can find one. Options are iron, arsenic, tin, tungsten, sodium. Name a chemical blah, 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 blah. Name a chemical element that shares no letters with its chemical symbol. Puzzle Dan's going to hang on to his 2 points. Thank you very much. James Crosbell airing on that one. Everyone else finding me a right answer. Arsenic and tin were the wrong answers there. Iron, which is Fe. Oh, in fact, I've got all the facts up here. Tungsten is W, which comes from wolfram. Iron is Fe for ferrum, which is from Latin, and sodium is Na from natrium. Tin is Sn from stibnum, but they share an N, and arsenic is As. They share both the A and the S. So arsenic, a wrong answer. Yeah, arsenic, lol. Good. Well done. Most people going for iron there, which was a correct answer. A lot of players up to 5 points. Let's clear the board. Lots of 5s. Dan's on 2. James has wiped out. One more question before the risk question. 2 correct answers up here. 5 points if you can find it. You do not have to play. Options are Wiggles, Charlie, Clyde, Colin, Cecil. Name a caterpillar cake that is sold by a company with a UK grocery market share higher than 10% in 2022. That's a rarefied question. Claire's got there, though, up to the maximum of 10. Quite a few wipeouts on there. Claire and James, the only 2 to get that one right. James moving up to 5, Claire moving up to 10. A lot of people preserving their 5 points and a lot of people wiping out on that one. Charlie, Colin and Cecil were the wrong answers. Lupine, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think the Colin cake, is it M&S? Let's have a look. Clyde is Asda, to the market share of 13.7%. Wiggles is Sainsbury's, market share 14.9%. Colin is M&S, that's the one I'm familiar with, and the one that's caught most people out. Only got a market share of 3.6%. Cecil is Waitrose at 4.8%, and Charlie is Co-op at the market share of 6.2%. And Jones, welcome to the game. Good to see you. You've gone green. You'll change colour again in just a moment. So well done to the 2 players who got that one right, and to the players who preserved their scores. If you've got some risk, you can choose to risk it on this next question if you like. You don't have to, but if you want to risk. Remember, if you risk, you must play. Abstention will be treated as wrong. Double points for the 1 right answer, but wipe out if you find one of the 4 wrong ones. You don't have to play, but the options are John Lennon and the Sony Walkman, Michael Jackson and the Apple iPad, Aliyah and eBay, Elvis Presley and Kevlar, Eddie Van Halen and TikTok, Bank or Risk, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. What else could you have there? I'm claiming the Harry Potter gag. I've no idea where this is going. Pump and Ben and Zeus are choosing to risk. R, if you want to risk last couple of seconds. Just Ben and Zeus giving this one a go. They've both got 5 points at risk, and Ben has got 10 in the bank. Zeus with nothing in the bank. I have zero clue what the question could possibly be. I didn't look at the question until just now, until after the answers had come up, and this wasn't where I was expecting it to go. But let's find out. For the two players who are in, here's your question. Which of these musicians was not alive when its paired technology was first released? Oh, Zeus has got there. Ben has not. Ben's gone for John Lennon and the Sony Walkman. Michael Jackson, this is pretty close, I have to say. Jackson died in June 2009 and the iPad was released in April 2010. So not a huge amount of difference between them in less than a year. Lennon and the Walkman had a 1-year overlap in 79-80. Aliyah and eBay coexisted between 95 and 2001. Elvis Presley and Kevlar coexisted between 65 and 77. And finally, Eddie Van Halen died in October 2020, while TikTok was released in 2016. Very well done to Zeus there. Bad luck to Pum and Ben. You do lose that risk, but you still got 10 in the bank. Zeus has put your 10 points of risk into the bank. There it goes. Colo now with the lead of 15, tied up with Toot. Jack's in second on 13, and then we've got AB, Me, Brand New Halo, Claire, Dragon, Lucario, Pum and Ben, and Zeus all on 10. Quite a number of players on 5, a handful yet to score, but we've still got time as we go to the final set of 4 in this opening round. Good luck. 4 options of these 5 will be correct, 2 points if you can find one, and your options are Alberta, British Columbia, Ontario, Nunavut, Manitoba. Name a Canadian province that borders the USA. Answer from everyone but James. Nunavut was the wrong answer there. Just out of time there, James, and it's got to go to the bot as well. You can't put it in public chat. It won't be accepted, I'm afraid. Yeah, Nunavut is, what does it say? It's mostly the Yukon territory that borders Alaska, while the others from the contiguous US northern border. Nunavut contains the northernmost... Okay, I think I knocked my vape pen onto the button. I didn't mean to do that. Nunavut contains the northernmost part of Canada as well as the magnetic North Pole. Plenty of players on 2 there. And we're going to go on to the second question. 3 points if you can find one of the 3 correct answers. Here they are. I'm having none of it. Very nice, Ben. Beat It. Baby. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Born This Way. Like a Prayer. Name a song that Weird Al Yankovic has officially parodied. You don't have to play. Lose points if you're wrong. So look down the other end. And there's an answer from everyone. Just the 3 wrong answers. Arun, Natter and Top are going wrong on that one. Going for Like a Prayer, which is not the answer. I think he's done Like a Virgin, but not Like a Prayer. Baby Nobody going for Smells Like Teen Spirit, Beat It, and Born This Way were the correct answers. The parody songs were called Perform This Way, Smells Like Nirvana, and possibly the most well-known of the 3, Eat It. That's the Nirvana one. What did you have on the sweepstake? 25 minutes, drink. Yes, that's quite quiet, actually. It sounds quite quiet. Oh, is it in F? Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, it's all major chords. It doesn't sound like it should be, but it is. Thank you, Todoro. Yeah, so those are your songs. Very well done. Most players here on 5. James is on 3. Arun, Natter and Top are wiping out. One more question to build up some risk. Made it sound like an ITV game show feature. I'll take it. Let's clear the board and we go on to question number 3. 2 of these 5 options will be correct. 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play. Good luck. Options are Balthus, Prince Albert, Prusik, Sovereign, Ionian. Name a necktie knot. Oh, this is good. Oh, I know what I'd go for. Bear in mind, I haven't looked at the correct answers yet. I think B is correct. Yes! Get in. And Balthus, Prince Albert and Balthus were the right answers up there. Lucario, Alilor, and Lupine go for it. I'm sad, though, that you didn't put my favourite knot, which is the Eldridge knot. Which I might have to demo for you a bit later on. But yeah, Prusik, Sovereign, and Ionian are wrong answers. The Balthus gives a very large, broad, conical knot. The Prince Albert knot is slightly asymmetric and is a variation on the Victoria knot. However, there is no evidence to suggest that Prince Albert himself ever wore a tie in this style. The Prusik is a rope knot. Sovereign is named for an old coin or a monarch. And Ionian is a musical scale, which Ash is now going to tell us all about, if he's here. I don't know if he is. Do you remember what Ionian mode is? Is it just major? I know that's Dorian. Yeah, it's just there we go, just a major scale. Ionian, cool. I know nothing about much. I don't know anything about like jazz or modes or anything other than Dorian D, which is basically just play all the white notes. And yeah, that's a thing that happens. Anyway, rabbiting on. Lucario, Ali, and Lupine all getting that one right, taking them up to the maximum risk of 10. Plenty of people with 5 there, and a few wiping out who aren't going to be able to risk on this question. So, let's clear the board. If you want to risk, remember it's R into the chat if you want to risk. If you want to bank, leave it blank. Remember, if you risk, you must play. You must play. Honk. There you go, there's a honk. You must play if you choose to risk. Absent will be treated as wrong. There's only one correct answer out of 5, but it's worth double points if you can find it. Good luck. Options are UK banks rigging the LIBOR, Findus horse meat scandal, Apple deliberately slowing down old iPhones, BP Deepwater Horizon oil spill, Volkswagen cheating emissions tests. Bank or risk? I've just looked at the question. This is glorious. I can spoil it myself, Zeus. Yeah, not spoiling myself. Oh, hello. Right, now I need to check something. Hang fire a sec. No? No, it has decompiled properly. I don't know why it's pretending to not decompile. Just 3 people going for a risk on this one. Ali's risking 10. Jack and Pyro both risking 5. Where could this possibly be going, I hear you ask? Well, let's find out. Double points if you're right, but abstention or wrong answer, and you do wipe yourself out. Good luck to all 3 of you. Here's the question. Which bit of risky business came to the public's attention the earliest into the 2010s? Jack's there. Pyro's gone wrong. Ali has got there. Very well done. Ali doubling up to the maximum of 20. Jack doubles up to 10. The BP Deepwater Horizon oil spill was the answer. In April 2010, the oil rig exploded, causing the largest marine oil spill in history. The slip from the leaked oil stretched for 150,000 square kilometres over the Gulf of Mexico. Findus was February 2013. Was it really as recent as that? Goodness me, I thought it was a lot longer. Apple was December 2017, LIBOR June 2012, and Volkswagen was September 2015. Bad luck for Pyro Pygmy going for the horse meat scandal. Yeah, I thought it was much longer ago than that. I'm not going to lie, but there we go. The Deepwater. The only thing I remember from that was the guy from BP going on the telly and saying, I want this to be over. I want my life back." And it's like, dude, don't spill oil into the oceans, and then we won't have this problem, will we? You know, simples. Anyway, that is the end of that question. It's also the end of round 1, so let's clear the board and check out the scores. Well, a bit of a change around at the top. Jack Wilfred pulls into pole position with 23. Ali, Colo, Lucario, and Toot are all tied up in second on 20. And AB Me, Brand New Halo, Claire, and Dragon all tied for third on 15. Quite a few there on 10, and on 5 we've got a Run, Natter, Pyro, and Toppy yet to score. But don't worry, because there's still plenty of time and plenty of questions to go. Let's go to round after that. No idea, Jack. No idea, but I wouldn't question it. Let's go on to question number 2. I'll give you a lesson in not questioning things, Jack. So, we recently had some repairs. We just refurbished our flat. We had some repairs done to the roof. And I spoke to the managing agents of basically the people who represent the freeholder. And they said, we'll pay for half of it. I tried to argue it a bit because leasehold, weird stuff. But they said, we'll pay for half of it. So I said, okay, fine. But it ended up getting a bit complicated because we had two separate bills. One was for the apex and roof tiles, and one was for the guttering. And we had already paid for the apex and the roof tiles, which was a bit more expensive. And the company had billed the management company for the guttering, which was cheaper. And they said they'd pay 50% of the whole thing. And so I basically had to sort of work it out, and it was all done with VAT. So you had to basically pull all the VAT off, add it up, divide it by 2, and then take off what we'd already paid to work out what they owed us. And it got terribly messy. I worked it out to be about 880 quid. And she emailed me back and said, no, I think your calculation's wrong. We owe you 1,100 quid. And I said, are you sure? I went back on the email. I said, I'm not quite sure how I managed to get it so badly wrong. And then she emailed me back again today, said, oh no, actually, I was wrong, and so were you as well. It's actually 828, so it ended up being £60 less than what I thought. I was like, I should have just let her give me £1,100. So, don't you get on with the quiz, me, Lewis. No. We're banned. No more get on with the quiz. No more get on with the quiz. I paused in the middle of the... I didn't do it mid-round. It's the end of the round. End of the round. Amusing anecdote. I'm giving Jack a lesson in not questioning things. So that's what it is. That's a banned phrase. No more get on with the quiz. I'll go at my own pace. Anyway, what you chatting about? It's like 8:30. We've done the whole of round 1 of Risky Business. This is like super quick. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the quiz. Round 2 is the board game. Least in the ifs of the scoreboard. You will be presented with a question and 9 options. Anything from 4 to 7 of the options may be a correct answer. Submit as many options as you like within 60 seconds. Syntax unimportant here. You can separate your answer letters, comma, spaces, full stops, or not at all if you prefer. Incidentally, this is a game that is going to get hackboxified at some point. The Hive is taking priority because I need that for a live event in a couple of weeks. But this is probably going to be a close second because this is a game that would work really well on Hackbox. So yeah, bear that in mind. It's probably a change that's coming maybe before the next time we play. A live event, yes, a live event. Oh, no, I've just realised you think I'm jesting because yes, I am doing it at QNL, but I'm actually doing it at another live event about 2 weeks before QNL. So actually, that's what I've got to do because then I've got to do Moneybox and Buzz Off will actually probably go first. Don't you traitor me? No. Quiz night coronation confirmed. Hello, Curse Token. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a live event and then QNL is about 2 weeks later. Yeah, so this will be 4th on the agenda after Moneybox and Buzz Off and the Hive. You know all about the syntax stuff. Scores banked after each board. Total of 3 boards in round 2. Maximum score of 60 to 105 available. 1 wrong answer though, and you get nothing for the board. Let's go into round number 2, the board game. And your options are: the sea flooding the railway, a wartime bomb near the railway, an incident in the airport, a boat colliding with a bridge earlier today, a fire near the railway involving gas cylinders yesterday, a chemical spill is near the railway, expected industrial action tomorrow, inclement weather conditions, a supermarket trolley on the track. Right. Identify the reasons for train delays that can be given by ScotRail's automated announcements, according to an August 2020 Freedom of Information request. Lewis, did you make this Freedom of Information request by any chance? It wasn't you. Oh, you should have just said yes. That would have been wonderful. This is one of the most bizarre questions I think I've ever seen. That's my favourite in the whole set. I hope it's right, Jack. Right, so answers coming in. A couple of 4s. There's a 5 in there. Nat has gone for 5. A couple of 4s as well. Here come the ticks. Last few seconds to get some answers in. Oof, good lord. Only 3 players managing to bank out points there. Zeus and Jewis picking up 3, Colo getting 2. Everyone else finding at least 1 wrong answer, wiping out no points for the board. 5 points for each one that you do get right if you don't find any wipeouts, by the way. 2 answers and both were wrong. Oh.
What a shame.
So, developer Matt Eason has created a site where you can listen to lo-fi music with interspersed recorded ScotRail announcements, which is actually rather relaxing. Me from Luther. Expected industrial action and expected industrial action yesterday and expected industrial action earlier today. No, H wasn't right. Apparently, inclement weather conditions is not one of the answers. Neither is expected industrial action tomorrow. The sea flood in the railway, wartime bomb near the railway, an incident at the airport, a boat colliding with a bridge earlier today, a fire near the railway involving gas cylinders yesterday, a chemical spillage near the railway, and a supermarket trolley on the track were all the reasons that were valid up there. And the delay reasons are split up to the specific weather. High winds or leaves on the line or snow on the track, something like that. There we go. Let's clear the board, put the points into the bank. Colo now with a lead of 30. Zeus is in second, Jack drops to third. As we go on to board number 2, options are Wife Swap, £1 Million Drop, Love Island, Taskmaster, Dragon's Den, Pop Idol, Impractical Jokers, Countdown, Strike It Rich. Identify the originally British TV formats that have had at least 15 international adaptations. Anything from 4 to 7 will be correct. Just clicked into voice text on what on earth is happening there. Rip Princess Di, it's sad that she never got to experience apps. I mean, it's true, I guess. Right, how are we getting on? 3s, 4s, 3s, 1s, 3s, 4s. Andrew's gone for 8, which is slightly ambitious considering there's only going to be a maximum of 7 that are correct, but you do you, I guess. There's the ticks. There's time up. A few more getting it right, but not many. Jack and Brand New Halo finding all 4. Only 4 answers up there. Very well played. Wife Swap, £1 Million Drop, Love Island, and Pop Idol were all correct answers. Only getting 3 of them. Colo and Mark picking up 2, and Shakes picking up 1. Very nice indeed. Taskmaster is originally British, but has 12 international adaptations. That feels deeply upsetting. So just shy of half of the players go for that. Dragon's Den is based on the Japanese series Money Tigers. I believe it's Shark Tank in the USA. Countdown originally French. With 25%, just over 25% of players going for Countdown. No, originally French. Le Chiffre or De Chiffre and De Numbers. Or however, whatever. Someone will tell me in a minute. While Strike It Rich and Impractical Jokers were imported from the USA. We invented Unbeatable, so we win. There we go. De chiffres et de lettres. Thank you very much, Oni. I knew it was something like that. Let's put those points into the bank. Low scoring round 2 so far. Jack takes back the lead, 43 points. Colo into second with 40, and Brand New Halo in third with 35. Bit of a gap then down to Zeus on 25, but we've still got time. We've got one more board to come up. We've still got 4 players yet to score, but don't worry, let's see what we can do with this. Board number 3, options are Behind, Elephants, Really, See, It, Zoo, Guys, Cool, Pretty. Identify the words said by YouTube co-founder Jawed Karim in Me at the Zoo, the first video to be uploaded on the site. I really like this question. Okay, let's see how we're getting on. 5 for a 5 there. I think that's the highest bid so far. A couple of 2s in here. Some 4s, some 3s, some 2s, and 1. A couple of players yet to make a bid. Mark G. Eisens, James, not a cap. Got to get a bid in. There's James making a bid for 1. Andrew's gone for 6. We'll see if it pays off. Yeah, remember, there's only ever be a maximum of 7 correct. Here are the ticks. Let's see. Okay, reasonable number of people getting it right. How many? 8 players getting at least 1, getting at least 5 points there. Elephants, Really, Guys, Cool, and Pretty are the right answers. I would have thought Zoo, and I would have been wrong. See It, Behind, Zoo were the wrong answers there. Guys, Cool, Pretty, Really, Elephants were all correct. Zeus finding 4 out of 5. As did James. Dragon and Sotley finding 3. Mark and Arun finding 2. And Lupin going for the safe 1. The video was uploaded on the 24th of April 2005 and it's just 19 seconds long. Here's the whole transcript. Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. And the cool thing about these guys is that they have really long trunks, and that's cool, and that's pretty much all there is to say. That was the entire first ever YouTube video. There you go, and that's me doing an actual transcription of it. So there we go. Very well played if you picked up some points there. Zeus, Toot and James picking up 20. Let's put those points into the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 2. So another change at the top. Zeus jumping into the lead now with 45. Jackson second with 43. Colo and Toot tied in third with 40. Then got a good spread of scores, 35, a couple of 30s, a 25, 5 20s, 1, 2, 3, 3 15s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4 5s, and 3 people still yet to score. But we've got another round with the theoretical maximum of 120, so it's still anybody's game. Let's go there now. And from that, we got Gangnam Style on Friday. How did that happen? Who knows? Right, round 3 is this or that. You'll be presented with a question and 2 options. One is correct and one is incorrect. Submit A or B within 7 seconds. Answering a question correctly will give you increasingly more points. So the first will get you 1, the next will get you 2, the next will get you 3, and so on. If you answer incorrectly, sorry, I had a yawn there. I was trying to fight it. There we go, better now. Answering a question incorrectly at any time will reduce your score to 0 and reset your correct answer streak. If at any point you don't know, you can abstain. This will bank the points in your risk streak but also reset your correct answer streak. You must start rebuilding from 1. So obviously increase, exponential, well not exponential, but you know what I mean. Increasing points per question, which means if you get 6 or 7 right in a row, you could be getting some very big points very quickly. 15 questions in the round and 120 points available as a theoretical maximum. So it is very much anybody's game. Here's question 1. Avenue Q. Boulevard R. Which of these is a Tony Award-winning musical? Sorry, I pressed the button before I did my speech. I thought I had another screen before there, and apparently I was wrong. Avenue Q was the answer, so apologies if I caught you off guard there. Yeah, the musical is centred on college graduate Princeton trying to find his place in the world. It's been called Sesame Street for adults because the main characters are puppets. Went to see it live in Portsmouth a few years ago. Very funny. The internet is for quiz. I like it too. Yes, indeed it is. Boulevard are the wrong answer there. Let's clear the board as we go on to question number 2. This or that, A or B. Options are this one, this one. Which of these options uses majuscule lettering? Majuscule is a posh word for uppercase lettering, so it's this one. A, this one. 60% of you getting that one right, very well played. Quite a few of you on the maximum risk streak of 3, a couple of wipeouts there, and a few people putting 1 point of risk into the bank. Let's put it in there now. Majuscule and minuscule, that would make sense. Or, yeah, minuscule, majuscule. 5. A 5 from Samster? 5. I do like that question. And I'm glad that I don't force uppercase in this game. There's some games where it forces everything to uppercase in the chat. What is happening? Why is everyone saying 5? I don't understand. I'm going on to the next question. Question 3, this or that, A or B. Options are Jane Austen, Charles Dickens. The film Bride and Prejudice is an adaptation of a novel by which author? Gotta be quick in this round, remember, because the questions do come up right quick. Jane Austen was the answer. The parents of an Indian family try to find the ideal husbands for their 4 daughters, but the youngest, Lalita, played by Aishwarya Rai, I think, insists on choosing for herself. Also, Naveen Andrews becomes the Indian MC Hammer at their wedding. I like Naveen Andrews. He plays Saeed Jarrah in Lost, and was also the voice of one of the characters in Far Cry 4, I think. Random trivia for you. Quite a number of players still on the maximum risk of 615 of you altogether. Banu, Halo and Tadaro each putting 3 points into the bank. Let's put it there now. Hello, Fluid Fernando. Welcome to the stream. It's not too late to join. If you want to come and join in the game, XRKF will put you in a little lozenge at the bottom if you want to come and join in. It'd be lovely to have you. Hope you're well. Lovely to see you. Let's go on for now to question number 4. This or that, A or B. Options are a detective, a fashion designer. Who is more likely to produce a lookbook? Hello, Fluid Fernando. Welcome on in. In and getting your first one right. Nicely done. It's a fashion fashion designer? It's simply a collection of photographs of styles worn by a particular model or created by a particular designer. It's Otley calling it quits there, putting 6 in the bank. Ben's putting another 1 into the bank as well. And it's nice to see everybody has now got some theoretical points. Hello, Ramsey. Welcome to the stream. Just in time for the last 10, 11 questions of Risky Business, as written by Lewis. And we've still got 13 people on the maximum risk streak of 10. Let's put any risk into the bank. Zeus with the bank lead at the moment, and also the theoretical lead, because he's also got the maximum risk at the moment. Let's go on. Question number 5. This or that A or B options are Mercury, Mars. Touching down in 2012, where would you find NASA's Curiosity rover? Oh, Zeus is getting an answer in the nick of time there. Mars, everyone who attempted it getting it right. Very nice, so no points going in the bank. Still 13 people with the maximum risk streak. It's now 15. Very well, 5. I almost said very well 5. Are you hypnotising me through chat? Is that what's happening here? Very well played. Let's put the points in the bank, not that there are any. As we go on to question number 6. This or that A or B options are the Hotel Inspector, Super Nanny. On TV, how is Joe Frost better known? A few people calling it quits there. She's Super Nanny, everyone who played it getting it right. Lupine, Topper putting 15 into the bank. Colo putting 10 in. Dragon putting in 3. Nicely done, nicely done, nicely done. Yeah, Joe Frost, I used to watch Super Nanny quite a lot when I was sort of in my teens. As of 2023, Joe Frost does not actually have any children of her own. But she knows all about nannying, apparently. So there we go. Let's put the points into the bank. Zeus still with the lead for now as we... No, I tell a lie. Colo's got the bank lead now. Zeus has the potential lead. Zeus on a potential score of 66 here. Colo with an actual bank lead of 50 after the bank on that question. Let's see if he can hang on to it as we go to question number 7. This or that A or B options are download, steal, complete the infamous anti-piracy ad line. You wouldn't want a car. I love how many people have got that one wrong, have maybe been Mandelaed by it. It's a common misconception that the advert mentions downloading cars. The advert also asserts that you wouldn't steal a handbag, television or DVD. Ironically, the music used in the advert was pirated. I didn't know that, but that's really funny. Yes, you wouldn't steal a car. I remember there was a meme that went around to, I wouldn't steal a car, but I sure as hell would download one if I could. Which is a famous spin on that. Quite a number of points going into the bank there. Zeus, Toot, Mark and Jers not wanting to risk it any further, putting 21 points into the bank. We have still got 6 players with the maximum risk 28. Stimson, Arun, Claire, AB Me, Oni and Jack, which means Jack now has the highest potential score with a potential score of 71. Let's put the points in the bank, see what it does to the bank scores. Zeus now taking the lead with 66. Toot jumps into second with 61 and Mark in third by a point with 51. But Colo is tied potentially and is also going to be increasing at a faster rate. So a lot to look out for, but it's really Jack with that potential score of 71 at the moment who could have the eyes of the audience as we go on to the midpoint question number 8. This or that A or B options are Article 49, Article 51. Which article of the Lisbon Treaty can a country use to join the European Union? It's Article 49. Article 50 is the one to leave, but I can't imagine who'd ever use that. Lol.
Pain.
Ironically, the text of Article 50 was first drafted by British diplomat John Kerr, who admitted that he never expected any country to use it without a coup taking place. Yes.
Shame.
That's what we feel. Anyway, A, Article 49 was the correct answer. Oni and AB Me putting 28 points into the bank. Lucario's putting 15 in. And James putting in 10. We have still got 4 players with the maximum risk streak. Jack, Claire, Arun and Stimpson. And this is getting very, very interesting. Let's put the points into the bank. Zeus retains the bank lead at the moment, but getting that one wrong, it means there's potential catch-ups here for Toot, Mark and Colo. And Jack still the threat here with a potential score of 79. Let's move on to question number 9. This or that, A or B options are Do we need to bank points at some point? Mr. Kachanov, Miss Kerber. Which of these professional tennis players is, quite literally, a Karen? And Jack's calling it time there, as is Stimpson, both putting 36 into the bank. That is going to cement Jack in the bank lead at the moment, but can he be caught? Claire and Arun continue to accumulate risk, though with slightly lower bank scores, they've still got a bit of work to do if they want to get up to the top end of the leaderboard. Yeah, Karen Kachanov is a Russian player who's currently ranked 31st in the world for singles. His best Grand Slam result so far is reaching the quarterfinals of the French Open in 2019 and Wimbledon in 2021. Angelique Kerber, is a German player who is currently ranked 52nd in the world for singles. She has won the Australian Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. Really? She won Wimbledon? I'm a little bit embarrassed that I remember the men's singles and not the women's quite so much. It's really bad. It's only in the last couple of years that post-COVID, that I actually started watching the women's tennis. And actually, a friend of mine who's a tennis player says it's generally a more interesting game because the men's singles tends to be whoever, if you get your first serve in, you win the point, generally. So yeah, that's a shame on me, that is, that I didn't know that. And I will do better. Anyway, 62.5% of you getting the right answer there. A Jack and Simpson putting 36 into the bank. Claire and Arun still with that risk lead, but still with a bit more work to do. With Jack banking out there, he takes him up to 79, but nothing in the risk at the moment. Zeus is starting his catch up already, as is Colo, and Claire and Arun a little bit further down. But Claire on a potential score already of 60, Arun on a potential score of 55. That could change very quick because big points going out to them. Let's see what happens as we go on to question number 10. This or that, A or B. Options are Powerball, Mega Millions. Which US lottery offers worse odds of winning its jackpot? And Shadowmain, good evening, welcome to the stream. And Claire calling it quits there. Was it Stimpson? Stimpson, have you gone wrong? Was it Stimpson Sangle who was on the other risk lead? I can't remember who it was. Whoever it was, you're not there anymore. Where have you gone? It was Arun. Why did I think it was Stimpson had obviously gone the question before? Yeah, you're not there anymore, Arun. I can't even see. There you are. Whoops. Yes, it was you. Down on 10. Bad luck. It's back down to 10. Claire calling it quits at 45 there. And Mark and brand new Halo in Shapes all putting 3 and Zeus putting 1 in. Mega Millions was the answer we wanted. 1 in 303 million for Mega Millions and 1 in 292 million for Powerball. Winning the Mega Millions is as likely as picking a certain second in over 9.5 years. Goodness. Is that going to make a big difference for Claire? She's certainly going to move up the table. Are there enough questions left? There are 5 questions left. Let's put the points in the bank. And Claire drops to 4th, rises to 4th, but all 4 of the top players, in fact, all 7, the top 7 players have nothing in their risk. Jack has the lead with 79, Zeus on 67, Toot 61, Claire 60, Mark 54, Colo 50. Highest risk score at the moment is 3. There's not a lot of risk in play, so it could be a battle between the top few players. Let's see how we get on as we go to question number 11. This or that, A or B. Options are Je ne regrette rien, rien de rien. Which of these does Edith Piaf sing first in her song Non, je ne regrette rien? It's Rien de rien. The song starts with No, rien de rien. While Piaf retired from music in 1960, she was persuaded back by this song's writer. No, rien de rien. I don't really like that song, I have to say, but he's probably not a big fan of me either. Adini and Gugierrez putting 3 points into the bank. Stimpson Sangle putting 1 in there. Jers, Lucario and Sotley now have the risk lead of 6. Let's put the points in the bank. As we move on to question number 12, this or that, A or B. Options are pigs, cows. In 2021, what did staff at Amsterdam's Schiphol Airport deploy to help deter birds and geese? 'Twas pigs. It was thought that more birds and geese than normal were encroaching on the airport's flight paths because a lot of sugar beet was left on nearby farmland, so they deployed pigs, not cows. Just putting 6 in the bank, Zeus and Mark putting 1 in, Toot, Claire and Dragon now with the risk lead of 3. Let's put the points in the bag. Yeah, deploy the pigs! I like that. That should be a raid message if 5 wasn't already going to be the raid message. On we go. 3 questions left in the game. Question number 13. This or that, A or B. Options are North Korea, Norway. As of the start of September 2022, which country is placed higher in the FIFA Women's Football World Rankings? Not what I would have guessed. North Korea is 10th with 1,940 ranking points. Norway is 13th with 1,889.96 ranking points. The North Korean women's team has not played since March 2019, but the country has maintained its current ranking because the team needs to be inactive for 4 years to be ineligible for the world rankings. Dragon putting 3 in the bank, Kolo putting 1 in the bank, Toot now with a risk lead of 6. Yet to be seen whether that's going to be enough with 2 questions left. Potential maximum score of 15 could take him up to 76. Don't know if it's going to be enough to catch the top, but it could be enough for a medal. Let's put the points in the bank as we go to the penultimate question of the game. Jack has the lead. Toot can only get to a maximum of 78, so the top place is safe, but silver could be stolen from Zeus if Toot continues this or Zeus slips up. Question number 14, this or that, A or B. Options are Darkwing Duck, Scrooge McDuck. In the NES game DuckTales, which character does the player control? It's Scrooge McDuck. The game was released in 1989. Scrooge McDuck goes around the world in search of treasure, visiting the Himalayas, Transylvania, and the moon, among other places. Scrooge McDuck, 56% getting it right. Brand new Halo putting 3 into the bank, and Toot's risk now goes up to 10, which puts him ahead of Zeus, who got that question wrong. Toot now onto a potential score of 71. Is he going to bank it because Zeus cannot catch now? Or is he going to go for the hubris question 15? Let's put the points in the bank as we go to the final question of the game. Question number 15. This or that, A or B. Options are it's apples, it's pears. According to Liz Truss's pork market speech, what does the UK import a greater proportion of? It's pears. We import, what is it, 2/3 of our apples and 9/10 of our pears or something like that. That is a disgrace. Oh, Lord, yeah. I'd understand the Michael Spicer take on it. Saying, can you stop talking about apples? Nobody cares about apples. We import 9/10 of our pears. And they care even less about chuffing pears. No one even likes pears. Look, can you say something of substance rather than standing there wittering on like a vaguely racist greengrocer? Which is exactly what she sounded like. Anyway, it's pears. Toot not taking the risk on that question, which means Nata finishes with the high risk score of 10. We'll put all the risk into the bank and we'll check out the final scores at the end of the game. That is how you really feel, Ben. It's Jack Wilfred who takes the gold with 82 points. Good game, sir. Double hog for you. That is a disgrace. Yeah, disgusting. Disgusting. That was the Scottish mum meme. But yeah, that is a disgrace. So is that one of your sounds? That is a disgrace. I really should. Can't buy pairs at Can you not buy pairs at Sainsbury's? Oh, it's no good. Jack taking the gold with 82. Toot picks up a silver with 71. And Zeus grabbing the third with 68. For everyone else, all of your points will be converted into pennies and added to the penny bank in due course. It was fucking what it is. Disgusting! Yeah, I remember that. Very, 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 very funny. Second game this month, I've ended on 3 points. Well, we'll see if we can change that when we play the Abyss in just a minute, Ramsey, which you're, of course, very welcome to stay and play. Well done to Jack, though. Taking a gold medal in risky business. Let me just have a snoop on your board. I'm going to do it while I can, because actually the dynos for whatever controls this, what is it, Heroku, you don't get free ones as of the end of the month, so we're going to have to merge everything over to GitHub, which will be probably a morning. Jack, it's your first gold in risky business. Congratulations. You got 2 red herrings gold, a spotlight gold, but it's your first risky business gold to go with the bronze that you've got as well. So very well played there, Jack. GG's to you. Right, that's the end of the first game. I'm going to take a little break, go fill up my glass and get the next game set up. But when we come back, we're going to be playing The Abyss. This is a joint effort by Mark and Tao. Mark underscore E54, and Tau underscore AF. Really lovely pack. I proved it earlier on. Something for everyone. Good gradient of questions. And I think we'll have a good time. And I think I fixed that bug, which is a very, very marginal fringe case. There was about a 2-second window for that bug to crop up, which I think I have now fixed. We'll find out. We'll also find out whether Samster will get into the Abyss Arena. We'll have to wait and see. That, I mean, I think that's the main reason if everyone wants to stick around, really. Is he going to get in? You'll have to find out. Very well done to Jack. Thank you again to Lewis for an absolutely delightful Risky Business pack, and thank you to Samster for proofing it as well. Don't go away, because after the break, The Abyss right here, pack by Mark and Tau. You don't want to miss it. See you in a second after the break.
Shoobity wop me oobity wop me oo. Wop shawong. Wop shawody wop. 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 Shoobity wop me oobity wopity oo. Wop shawong. Wop shawody wop. 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 Wop shawong. Wop shawong. Shoobity wop me oobity wop me oo. Ba-doo now.
And don't go away, because after this very short ad break, we'll be playing some ads, but you won't miss anything. When we come back, we'll be playing The Abyss, as written by Tau and Mark. You don't want to miss The Abyss. See what I did there? The things I do with words. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome to the casually nihilistic arena of the Abyss. Here we are, Prudes BC. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. This question pack, a joint effort from Mark and Tao. Very much looking forward to sharing with you. And there's one person who's looking forward to it even more than me, and that is Samster, to see if his luck can change. Will it? We'll have to wait and see. If you want to play, type in the code. Fucking FKNK. Come and join the game. I know that looks like a very full glass of wine, but it didn't make sense to leave a little dribble in the bottom, so I'm doing fucking K. Yes, quite. Right. How many people are in? I mean, I'm not going to lie, it would be objectively hilarious if Samster didn't get into the game. But I would never wish that upon him. I'm just saying it would be funny. It would be. It just would. Anyway, second out of the Abyss inside 2 weeks, but then again we didn't see it for the first sort of 13 episodes of the season, so yeah, it's doing some catch-up now. Most games only getting 3 airings this season, incidentally, just because of how the season's been structured and how it's worked out. We've got 3 Abysses. We've got more of the Bridge, because obviously that's the flagship game for the season. 3 Cryptexes, 3 Danger Zones, 3 Data Leaks, 3 Escape Artists, 3 Google Baths, 3 Hives, 3 Money Boxes, 3 Purges, 3 Pyramids, 4 Red Herrings, 3 Risky Businesses, 3 Spotlights, 5 Millionaires, but only featuring on 2 streams, because once you get 2 or 3 games in a stream, 3 Crossfires, and then 3 Plinkos, 6 Hackers, 6 Number Wangs, 6 Hack Games, and 5 Wordles. They may change. I might do Crossfire. To be fair, we're due to do Crossfire on Thursday, so I don't necessarily need to add another one. But Crossfire is fun. So, yeah, make sure you come along on Thursday. What else is going on this week? Bash, are you around this week? Let's take a look. Stream schedule. What's Bash doing Thursday? I'll do some continuity now, because why not? God, this is so small, I'm going to have to move this on to another... I can't really read, actually, the thing on my vertical monitor. Welcome to the game, Ramsey. 14th of September, that's tomorrow. So Duel and All Clued Up with Bash tomorrow. And Relativity and Outright on Friday. And All Originals Special with Bash on Friday. Do go give them a follow. Twitch.tv/80_bash, 8 PM Wednesdays and Fridays. I think Topper is still on a mid-season hiatus, but is likely to be back on the 25th of September. That's a Sunday, so make sure you're following him ready for when he does. Yeah, I've got other things. We're going to catch up on Danger Zone that we didn't do last Thursday, because last Thursday I was just sort of drifting somewhat. So Crossfire, The Purge and Danger Zone are going to be a slightly longer stream this coming Thursday, but I do hope you'll join me for that. And then Saturday, Wordle, The Bridge and Spotlight. Spotlight coming back once again with the edited database. So it's now not a load of repeat questions. So we are starting to run out, and we have got at least 2 more episodes of Spotlight this season, so if you've got some ideas for Spotlight questions, do send them over in my general direction. FKNK is the code, and that's actually probably going to be where we're going to lock it. So, Tao and Mark have provided 5 question packs between them. Let's see how you get on with them. Let's play the Abyss. Here are the rules. The players attempt to answer up to 40 questions across 5 different categories, whispering the answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Use the crossword clues to assist you, because spelling matters in this game. After the 5th question, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena, with players who performed better given a higher chance. If players in the Abyss Arena answer a question incorrectly or abstain, they lose a life and drop a level. After the 3rd incorrect answer or abstention, they drop into the Abyss and are out of the game. I've got a yawn coming. That's another yawn. Sorry, excuse me. Player from the Wings will be selected to replace them. A player other than Samster from the Wings will be selected to replace them, with players who performed better on the previous 5 questions given a higher chance. Arena players earn an extra I just spotted a typo. Arena players earn an extra life, not on extra life, up to a maximum of 3 after successfully answering 5 consecutive questions. And after question 40, the players in the Abyss Arena progress to the final. What's your spelling? Whisper to the bot. Eyes on the chat is about all you need to know. Those are the rules of play. If you're all ready, let's play the Abyss. So, 40 questions, starting with this one. Renamed cities, Lutetia, 4th century AD, 5 letters long. And these are, you've been given the old names of 10 world cities along with the years they changed to their present names. Lutetia was originally Paris. Paris. I don't know if you got that one. So we'll see the 5 different categories before we get any repeats. Colours in pop culture. First name of gum-chewing character Beauregard in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. For what it's worth, most of these questions in this category are more than one word, but this one, with 6 letters, Violet, Violet Beauregard. Each of those answers to these pop culture questions contains a colour. You're in for that round. Mauve Beauregard. Winning Scripts National Spelling Bee Words, 1948, beginning with P. Branch of medicine dealing with the diagnosis, prevention and treatment of mental illness with 10 letters. This one coming from Mark. Mark also did the renamed cities, and Tao's done the other 3. Psychiatry. Mark will give you a definition of a word that won the National Spelling Bee, its first letter and the number of letters in it. You have to guess it and spell it. It's wet is the next category. This one coming from Tao. The Ukiyo-e woodcut, the Great Wave off Kanagawa, features what mountain in the background? 5-4 or 4 or 2-4? Mount Fuji is the answer. It's wet. These questions relate to liquids, fluids, and things that are generally wet. That category coming from Tao. One more, and it's another Tao pack. It's Real Women in Opera. Married name a political figure who, when asked which magazine she reads, replied, all of them. Born in 1964, still alive, 5-5 or 5. Given a short description of a real-life woman who also happens to be the subject of an opera, which figures are these? Sarah Palin. One of the harder questions there. Well done to Dragon, 5 out of 5, and AP Me and Ramsey also getting that one right. Let's bring some players into the Abyss Arena. Starting with Claire on 3 points. Remember, the more questions you've gotten right, the more chance you have of getting in. Ramsey, you're in with 4 correct. AB Me is in with 4. Toot is in with 4. The 2 players above Sam, so go on, let's get shapes in. Jers is in with 3. Hey! Samson, you made it in. 4 points. Dragon's in with 5. BC's in with 4. Good karma, Dragon getting in with 5 here. The only player to get all 5 right. And Shadowmane is in with 3. Welcome to the game. Lives are on. Next question. Winning Scripts National Spelling Bee Words, 1949, beginning with D. A percussion stringed instrument played by striking the strings with small hammers. 8 letters. And a reminder, the spelling bee questions come from Mark. Dulcimer is the answer. Dulcimer. A lot of players losing life. Well done to 2, Ramsey and Claire. All retain position. Dulcimer. Rename cities. Edo, 1868, 5 letters. This one coming from Mark. Any answer, Claire? You're going to lose a life there. Tokyo. Tokyo, most players getting that one right there. Claire losing life, dropping down to the 2nd level. It's wet. This one from Tao. A flood of what sticky substance ravaged Boston in 1919, causing approximately $628,000 in damages. 8 letters. Tricky question there. Molasses was the answer. Molasses was the answer. Shadowmane, Jers, and AB Me losing a life. All 3 of them now poised 1 step above the abyss. One more wrong answer and you're out of the game. Real Women in Opera. This one from Tao. I'm not going to remind you every time just for this set of questions. Patron saint of France and so-called Maid of Orleans, circa 1412 to 1341, 423 or 64. Joan of Arc is what we're after. Shadowmane, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. The alternative answer there was Jeanne d'Arc, would also have been accepted. Shapes, you are into the game. Welcome on in on 7 points. Colours and pop culture, this one from Tao. Drama series featuring actress Uzo Aduba as Crazy Eyes, 62335. From now on, I won't be telling you who authored them. Hopefully you can remember. 2 are by Mark, 3 are by Tao. Orange is the new black is the answer. AB me and Jers, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. 2 with 5 right in a row, but already at the top level, so he stays there. Kolo's joining the game on 6, and Oni's joining the game on 7. On we go. Water boils at approximately 100 degrees when using which temperature scale? 7 or 10? That would be Celsius or centigrade also accepted there. Claire and Oni losing a life. But Samson, that's 5 right in a row. That's next. We'll like him back up to the top flight, making the most of his time in the Abyss Arena right here. Spelling. Spelling's got to count. On to the next. Real Women in Opera. Pliny the Elder claims she once dissolved a pearl in vinegar as part of a dinner party bet. 69 BCE to 30 BCE, 9 letters long. Cleopatra. Claire, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. You're going to be replaced by Lucario. Welcome to the game, Lucario, on 9 points. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Renamed cities, New Amsterdam, 1664, 3 and 4. That would be New York, everyone who attempted at getting it right there. Very well played. Onwards. New York, yes. New Amsterdam. Colours in pop culture. Diamond pursued by Inspector Clouseau or animated cat of the same name, 4 and 7. Pink Panther. Samster getting an answer in the nick of time. Something like that. Spelling bee words. 1970 beginning with C. A flaky French pastry shaped like a crescent moon. 9 letters. Remember, it's a spelling bee and spelling will count. It's a croissant. BC, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Dragon, that's 5 right in a row. Very well played. You've earned yourself an extra life. Give you a bit of breathing room. Back up to the 2nd level. And Prugs, welcome to the game, coming in on 7 points. You're in the Abyss Arena. Best of luck. Another spelling bee word for you. 1932, K. A natural ability or a clever way of doing something. Tricky one here. It's knack. That's a knack for it. Kolo and Prugs losing a life. Both dropping down to the 2nd level. South with 5 right in a row, but already at the top flight. Renamed cities, Bombay, 1995, 6 letters. Amy, welcome to the stream. How lovely to see you. Welcome on into the abyss. Still time to get an answer in if you're quick. Next time, maybe. Mumbai was the answer. Ramsey and Dragon losing a life there. Currently, Dragon and Oni at the bottom level, but Oni's got 5 right in a row and gets himself an extra life back up to the 2nd level. On we go. Question number 17. Or is it 18? 17, I think. Real Women in Opera. Married surname of fashion icon and political figure Jacqueline. 1929 to 1994. 7 letters. Incidentally, there are 2 potential answers for this. Both of them have 7 letters. We'll accept either Kennedy or Onassis. That's a wrong answer from Dragon, who has dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Replaced by AB Me, currently on 14 points. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Only poised above the abyss at the moment. Here's your next question. Colours in pop culture. Science fiction comedy series starring Craig Charles as Dave Lister, 3 and 5. That would be Red Dwarf. Something like that. Red Dwarf. Plenty of right answers. See green in the Abyss Arena. It's wet. Dr. John Snow pioneered epidemiology with his study of the outbreak of which disease on Broad Street in London. 7 letters. It's cholera. Well, I don't know if you managed to spell that one right. Only you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. That would have been a good spelling bee run as well. Dragon is back in for a 2nd chance in the Abyss Arena, obviously having a good run of questions in the wings. Real Women in Opera. Dutch Holocaust victim who penned The Diary of a Young Girl, 1929 to 1945, 4545. Diary of a Young Girl was, of course, by Anne Frank. Colo, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. You're going to be replaced by Zeus. Welcome into the Abyss Arena, currently on 19 points. On we go. Renamed cities, Leningrad, 1991. 510 or 210? Might be a bit of a clue there for you. I'm wearing jeans for the first time in weeks, and I'm really hot. I might open the window, even with the fan on, I'm warm. Leningrad is St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg, URG at the end, not ERG, proves you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Fired! Welcome into the Abyss Arena. Replacing Krugser. A lot of spelling coming up tonight. Colours in pop culture. Wisconsin City home to NFL team the Packers. 5 and 3. Green Bay Packers. We're past the halfway mark now, 17 questions to go. Toot has got the lead in the wings with 22, Fired, Samson and Shapes, and Zeus all on 21. It's Wet. Which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical features the song I'm Gonna Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair? 5 and 7. It's South Pacific, and Ramsey, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. We're going to be replaced by Shadowmane. Welcome back, Shadowmane. Currently on 15 points. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Spelling bees, 1981, beginning with S. A stone coffin, often decorated with inscriptions and carvings associated with ancient Egypt, Rome, and Greece. 11 letters. Well done if you spelled that one right. It's a sarcophagus. Sea green in the arena. Nicely done. 5 in a row, right for Toot, staying on the top flight. Women in opera. After a Spanish attack, she claimed to have the heart and stomach of a king. 1533 to 1603, 91 or 935. Okay, maybe a bit of a clue in the clues there. Elizabeth I, Elizabeth I, or Elizabeth the First would have been accepted there. Dragon Samson fired, losing a life. On we go. Spelling bee words, 1967, beginning with C. A small breed of dog named for Mexico's largest state. 9 letters. So features in the episode of Better Call Saul that we've just seen. Wouldn't want to spell it though. Chihuahua, Chihuahua, and Dragon, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. To be replaced by Fluid Fernando. Welcome on in. 21 points. Next question. It's Wet. In one of his miracles, Jesus famously turned water into what other wet substance with 4 letters? Orange juice. OJ. Fun fact, we considered having this reading at our wedding, but we decided to go for the Song of Solomon instead. The key message is wine, incidentally. Key message of the wedding at Cana in Galilee is that Jesus liked to party. Way. Which wasn't necessarily the message we were going for. Renamed cities, Constantinople, and 1930, 8 letters. Istanbul is what we wanted. Shadowbane and Sapster losing a life there. But Lucario and ABME have gotten 5 right in a row. They get themselves an extra life. ABME back up to level 2. Lucario back up to the top flight. Approaching the final quarter of the pack. Colours in pop culture. Main antagonists of the film Yellow Submarine, including Countdown Clowns and Butterfly Stompers. 4 and 7. The Blue Meanies. Blue Meanies is what we wanted. Shadowmane, Zeus, Fernando, and ABME losing a life there. 3 of you one step above the Abyss at this late-ish stage of the game. Spelling bee words, 1984, beginning with L. A Winter Olympic sport in which you lie face up on a small sled. Just 4 letters long. Do you know it? It's the luge. L-U-G-E. Sea green in the Abyss Arena. And that's an extra life for Fired. Back up to the top flight with 5 right in a row. Very well played. Not mean greenies. Unfortunately not, Ramsey. 9 questions to go. Renamed cities. Christiania, 1925 for 4 letters. Can't remember this one. Hats off to you if you get this one. It's Oslo. Shadowmane and fired losing life. And Shadowmane, you've dropped into the abyss for the second time and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. It's Sotley, your moment has come. 25 points. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Real Women in Opera. American Civil War spy nicknamed Moses. 1822 to 1913. 7-6 or 6. Harriet Tubman. Dylan's studying her at the moment in history, but AB me, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Topper! You're into the Abyss Arena with just 7 questions to go. Good luck to you. Colours in pop culture. Washington, D.C. residence where you stop the assassination of the president in Hitman Blood Money. 5 and 5. That is, of course, the White House. Sia Green in the Abyss Arena. Few getting 5 right in a row, including Samster, who's earned an extra life. Lucario was already at the top flight there. Samster back up to level 2. 6 questions left. It's wet. Tlaloc, or Laloc possibly, is the god of rain in which culture's mythology? 5 letters. Aztec is the answer we wanted. Well done if you got that one there. Topper losing a life, dropping down to the 2nd level. Zeus and Fernando, that's 5 right in a row. You're both back up to the top flight. Could be a comfortable ride to the final, if you can stay there. 5 questions left. It's wet again, a Coleridge poem with the line "Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink" is the rhyme of the ancient what? 7 letters. Also a song by Iron Maiden, it's the rhyme of the ancient mariner. Most players getting that. Sia Green in the Abyss Arena. 4 questions left. Real Women in Opera. Painter of the Broken Column and Henry Ford Hospital. 5, 5 or 5. A shame on you if you got that one wrong. Shame. Frida Kahlo had to come up eventually. Lucario losing a life down to the middle level. National Spelling Bee words, 1941, beginning with I, the first letters of each of the words in a person's name. Not to shame you there, Lucario, it's a sort of running gag with Frida Kahlo whenever it comes up as an answer. It's sort of the default answer whenever there's a question about a painter. Initials is what we wanted there. Zeus dropping down to the 2nd flight. 2 questions left. It's Sotley fired and Shapes have all earned an extra life. Shapes and it's Sotley back up to the top flight. 5 back up to the 2nd level. No one on the bottom rung at the moment. 2 questions to go. Colours in Pop Culture. 1984 album featuring the songs Take Me With You and Darling Nikki. 6 and 4. Purple Rain, Prince album. It's Sotley and Toppy have lost a life. Topper, you're 1 step above the abyss. Samster, you're back up to the top flight, so you are booking a place in the final. Final question, only Topper could possibly drop on this one. Good luck to you, Topper. Renamed cities, Saigon, 1976, 2344. Make sure your spelling's right. Oh, Topper! Ho Chi Minh City was the answer. You've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game on the last question. And the final slot is going to Jack Wilfred, you jammy beggar. In you come. And after 40 questions, it is time for the final. Everyone's lives restored to the top. About half the players on the top flight and the other half on the 2nd level. HN in the wrong place. I think Topper didn't quite get an answer in time, but after 40 questions, Dude's got 39 out of 40. Shapes 37, Samster and Zeus 36. Maybe you do get medals in the wings, but if you're in the wings and not in the arena at this point, you can no longer get into the Abyss Arena. We can only have potentially up to 1 winner from the centre of the game, but there are still gold, silver and bronze medals available in the wings. Very well done. Our finalists this week, and high scores all round, has to be said. Lucario on 35, It's Sotley on 31, Zeus on 36, now cut that out on 39, Fluid Fernando on 33, Samster on 36, wildcard last minute entry on 27, Jack Wilfred, fired on 35, and We Like Shapes on 37. You are our 9 finalists. Let's explain the rules of the final. Wildcard Wilfred. That so should be your nickname. So the 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. Did someone catch the typo, by the way, in that round? Was it this one? I think it's this game. Someone can note that in case I forget. Up to 10 questions will be displayed. Whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. If arena players drop into the abyss, they are permanently out of the game and will not be replaced. The winner is the last player standing. If after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left, and in the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is the winner. Lovely questions so far. The difficulty does tick up a notch here from Tao and Mark. Same categories, but all 10 questions, 2 from each category. Category will be randomly assigned, or they'll be asked in a random order, and they're a little bit more difficult. Good luck to you all. Time for the Abyss final. Renamed cities. Bytown, 1855, 6 letters. Very, very tricky one there. Ottawa was the answer. 6 players losing life at S08E Zeus, Jack Fired and Shapes and Samster. 2, 3, yes, 6. Colours and Pop Culture, 2013 historical drama film centering on the Nigerian Civil War, based on a novel by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, 42163. Half of a Yellow Sun, well done if you got that one. Fire Jack, Fernando, Zeus and It's have lost a life. And all 4 of you poised above the abyss. It's wet. Finding general solutions to which doubly eponymous fluid dynamics equations constitutes a Millennium Prize problem. 12 or 6-6. Jack saying goodbye. Navius Stokes was the answer. Everyone getting that one wrong in the Abyss Arena other than Toot. And it's S08E Zeus, Jack and Fide. You've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Spelling bee words, 1986, beginning with O. Medical term for toothache, from Greek words for tooth and pain. 10 letters. Maths degree came in useful. Well played, BC. Odontalgia. Odontalgia. Something like that. Samster and Fernando, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Real Women in Opera, nicknamed the Angel of Assassination for her murder of Jean-Paul Marat, 1768, 1793, 96 or 6. Charlotte Corday was the answer. Lucario, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Toot's holding all the cards here. Can Shapes hold on? Again, Women in Opera. Co-author of History of Woman Suffrage, who was arrested for voting in her hometown of Rochester, 1820 to 1906. God, that's so depressing. 517 or 7 or 57. Susan B. Anthony was the answer in Shapes. You've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing, which means our winner is now cut that out. Not dropping a single question in the final and only dropping 1 in the main game. A machine, this man. 45 out of 46. And those were not easy questions, I have to say. That's what I think of when I was proofing it. Oh, Samster, you...
Order!
Come to order, Samster. You got in and you stayed there for the whole game. You got your share in the Abyss. You got there in the beginning. You didn't drop until the final. So, GG in that respect, I suppose. Toot got maths. He got maths. Didn't even use his strong hand. Yeah, he's doing it all typing left-handed. Toot, very, very well played. Oh, excuse me. That is another gold medal in the Abyss for you. No, it's not the... Yes, it is the Abyss. Why am I looking at the Big Break leaderboard? Abyss survivors. No, you don't get medals in this game. You just survive. And Toot, that's your 6th time surviving in the Abyss. Yeah, that final was no joke. Those were really, really hard questions in the final. I have to say, super job from Mark and Tao there. Really enjoyed proofing those, and really lovely to see those going out to the to the troops, to the players tonight. Thank you very much to both of you for your efforts on their lovely set of questions. We do need to play this game more. I feel sad that it's taken us half a season to get around to playing it in season 8 because it's so much fun. We need to do this more. Lost immediately twice over GG2. Data has been written to the drive apparently, and in this game you get 5 pennies for every point that you have. So times your score by 5, and that's what we'll give you in pennies. Should now have been written to the drive, I think. Justice for Word Chain Royale. Fewer, surely. No, it is less. More of this and more Word Chain Royale. Just do a stream where it's Word Chain Royale interspersed with the Abyss. Actually, that sounds quite fun. Not gonna lie. I think we run out sort of the Abyss. It's so intense because it's non-stop. I just have to read questions. Love this quietly nihilistic game, but that's a wonderful turn of phrase, Jack. Whoever came up with that needs to be promoted. Hashtag I miss Blockbusters. Who was I chatting with about with Blockbusters the other day? I think it might have been Oni, possibly. I did say I might bring. It was Oni. I might bring back Blockbusters for the odd stream. Miss Deal or No Deal. Hashtag I never got the hot seat. Hashtag rigged. Hashtag I miss Steeplechase. Spontaneous plot. I don't know if I've got any questions for it, to be honest. I might have. I don't know how I'd feel about going for gold when going for gold just sort of kind of didn't work with the buzzer it was the latency problem is ultimately what caused it. My wife is texting me. I wonder what she's saying. She is sending me an amusing message. That sort of sums up our marriage a little bit. Do I want to do spontaneous blockbusters? Hello, Mrs. Flush.
You're right.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Mrs. Flush is modelling her new bee pyjamas. She's all bees.
Yes.
I'm being compelled to do spontaneous blockbusters if I've got questions for it.
Okay.
We're just saying names of games now that I've done that were. Oh shit! Sorry. Oh, there's a foot there. My chair was there first. Don't hiss at Ben. Not doing spontaneous spotlight because we're running out of questions for it. Blockbusters, I might have some questions. But I do also have a spontaneous game in the after party in the Discord that I want to try out, which is a Hackbox game. So I'm going to do that. Might do spontaneous blockbusters another time. It has been mentioned a couple of times now.
Well, if that's what you're doing, I'm going to go get ready and go to bed.
It's only 9:30. Okay, fine. Do you want to go watch that episode of Breaking Bad of Better Call Saul that you fell asleep during last night? Could do. That could be fun. I'm going to roll the credits, and then we'll do Beat the Bee, and then I'll decide what's happening next. So, thank you again to Tao and to Mark, and very many congratulations to Toot. You have survived the Abyss. See you in a minute. Got to let that final note play out. Good. Let's go to Just Cam and stop build. Thanks to Mark and Tao for that, Pat. Really enjoyed hosting that. That was really good fun. If I put my Just Cam on, there we go. Hello. Let me glance at Blockbusters. Let me see what I've got. Because it is still quite early, is my other thing that I'm thinking of. If I've got questions, we might have a very fast game of Blockbusters before I do my test thing. But I do want to do the test thing tonight, which is on Hackbox. It's my new pub quiz app, which I've completely redone. It's basically taking all of the best ideas from all of my original formats and a couple of others, and putting it into a pub quiz using Hackbox. But I want to just get a feeling for the interface things that work. 'Cause it's done apart from sounds, which I need to finish. Okay, why are you over there? You come over here, Inspector Window. Inspector Window. Let's see if you even remember how to use this. I'm pretty sure I can't. Let's go test mode for a start. It'll tell me how many questions I've got. Oh yeah, I've got an internal cam on this. I've actually got quite a few. Although it's possible that it has reset the database. Total A questions 32. Total usable A questions 32. 87 unused gold run questions in the database. I'm not going to do Blockbusters tonight for one very simple reason. A, I've not got the Stream Deck profile set up and ready to go. I do a hand jive if it helps. But B, because I just need to... I think I probably did clear out old questions. But I think I'm going to feel uncomfortable doing a build I haven't played for over a year. It should be relatively intuitive. I do kind of want to. Oh, it might be fun. It might be fun. We might have some repeat questions. Right, I'm deactivating that camera so that we can run the in-game camera. That's fully the void. Let's go to that screen. If it smokes, it smokes. All right, let me just bring up the profile for it, because I haven't got a hotkey for it, but I should still have... Yeah, I've still got the actual thing. As long as I stand there. Let's see if it's like riding a bike. Go on then, for old time's sake, some spontaneous blockbusters. Let's see what happens. It's Blockbusters, and please welcome your host, Royal Flush. Hello, I'm in the game. I'm tiny in the game. And to be honest, I'd leave it at that. I just want to hear the theme tune again. Yeah, and I've just realised I had to go and press a button to change the thing, so now I can go back to Blockbusters. There we go. Don't close it, Ben. You might need to go back to it. Hello, Tiny Flush here. I remember, right, so way back when, I'm going to get all reminiscent on you. Way back when, I did Blockbusters, was like the second game that I did after Countdown. I think I did Danger Zone in between. And it just looked so terrible. And loading this up, sort of compared to some of the other stuff that I've done more recently, it's perhaps still not, great. I think this platform that we're stood on is probably an apostrophe. But I still look back at it now and with a certain amount of pride, I think, you know what, that doesn't look awful. It looks fine. Hello, darling. I can't remember how the game works, though, so we'll all figure it out together. We're not going to do any returning players, just because I can't remember who was returning. But if you want to play AOPE, let's see if it works. What are we running out of? If we get T questions, yeah. Just need to, hopefully we don't get T questions. If you've not played this before, this could be fun. I'm not going to fast track anyone. I'm not going to do any returning players. I've pressed the new players button, which is in the middle. There's also no anytime entry on this because this wasn't something I considered going back to actually add. And, something else that I need to look at. This could be an actual issue. Shit, yes. That's going to be a problem. If it's not made itself a problem already. So I didn't update the gameplay pennies class in this, because rather than drawing it all from a central location, I have to update every game individually. Which means, what that means is, if I write data from this game, it will overwrite the JSON with any new games and data. So that any new medals that have hello small dog will be overwritten. So I need to very quickly make a backup of the penny data. And while we do that, you can all have a look at my dog. Let me just see if it's overwritten already, because if it's not, then we're fine.
He is no longer. We can no longer really do show me the pupper. He is no longer a pupper.
No, he is the dog.
He a dog.
He a dog. Did I say too that was your 6th win in the Abyss? Because that'd be a good litmus test. Abyss wins 6. Yes, I did. Right. So what I need to do before we play this game is back the hell up out of this data file. JSON data backup 13th of Sept. So if anything gets overwritten, there's going to be no pennies for this game. But if anything gets overwritten by this game, I will restore it from that backup that I've just created there on the 13th of September. Because like a consummate professional, I don't have any backups of any data. Actually, it's not quite true. I've got backup data in Heroku, which hasn't been overwritten yet. But it won't have any of the pennies from tonight. So I've backed that up locally. So if anything's overwritten from this game, it should be fine. Right, new players. Let's see if I can remember which buttons to press. Let's play Blockbusters. The risk is immeasurable, yes. About 3mm high. Oh yeah, he's on tiny cam, isn't he? Proves, Lupine, Natty, you're in to play Blockbusters. Welcome. How joyous to see you. So actually you do get pennies from this game, so I might be inclined to go and add them on manually afterwards. So Proves is playing white, Lupine and Natra are playing blue. And I think it's just whisper to the bot. And if you're in chat, whisper to the bot as well, but you've got to beat the player. There'll be I think if memory serves, there'll be a temporary freeze out after a player buzzes, where it won't accept answers from lobby players, so you've got to get in before they buzz. Because that would potentially be spoiler answers. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's find out. Let's play Blockbusters.
Right, the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
I said that already. Right, you've got a U. Here we go. Question by Oni. What U are institutions that Times Higher Education place yearly in global rankings with the number one? Yes, Natter. University is... Really? With universities, yes, we'll allow that. You're off the mark. There's a blue. Pick a tile, please, Natter. G, going straight across. From Clive, what G was the president whose S was meaningless or describes government cash given to a non-profit? Yes, Natter. Grover. Not the answer, I'm afraid. Prudes, chance to buzz. Still correct answers coming in from the lobby. Prudes, having a go. Grant. Grant is the answer we wanted there. Very well played, blocking off the blues there. And Prudes, you've got control. Please pick a letter. Why did I ever cancel this game? This is the easiest thing to host. Go for a W down at the bottom there. W. Which W stadium has hosted the Football Association Cup final every year? Yes, Prugs. Wembley. Yes, indeed, Wembley Stadium. You're up to 10 points. And your next letter, please. Up to the F. What F is to not consume food or to move quickly? Yes, Lupine. Fast. Yes, fast is what we wanted there. Blocking Proves off before he really gets going. Oh, imagine if I made this a Hackbox game. That would be good. Lupine, pick a letter. On to A. Let's have a look. What A, according to a song from the 1990s cartoon Animaniacs, is black and shiny and very heavy too? Yes, Natter. Anime. Not the answer, I'm afraid. Prues, coming over to you. I'll finish the question. Yes, Prues. Anvil is the answer we wanted there. Very well played. Lovely stuff. And another 5 points for you there. Prues, pick a letter. Going for the E. Let's have a look. What E was the house of Fabergé best known for making? Yes, Lupine. Eggs, you say? Eggs it is. Very nice. Bit of a smorgasbord of colours going on up there. Lupine, pick a letter. Going for B. Let's take a look at B. What B can be Blue Java, Ladyfinger or Cavendish? Yes, Natter. Banana. Indeed so, sir. Very well played. 20 plays 15. Natter, you've got control. Where are you going next? On to the R. The R. What R is the chemical element with atomic number 45 and symbol RH? Yes, Lupine. Rhenium? No, I'm afraid not what I've got on the card. Proves chance to steal here. What R is the chemical symbol with atomic number 45 and symbol RH? Rhodium is what we wanted there. Very well played, taking the white tile. And maybe a pathway emerging here for you. Proves, where are you going next? On to the S. Let's take a look. What S in speedrunning terms is to force a situation where the game is still playable, but progress cannot be made? Something that also happens at game night. Lupine. Yes, it's a soft lock. Soft lock is what we're after. Blocking Proves off on his run there. You've got control of the grid. Where are you going next? On to the M. Make it official and block off that path. What M is the noble family name of Lord Louis, the Queen's second cousin who died in 1979? Proogs. Mountbatten is the answer we wanted. Very well played. Still keeping that path alive. Couple of tiles away maybe from a complete row. Where are you going next, Proogs? Going to take the K. Let's have a look. What K is the name of a dog in a series of books by Mick Inkpen? Yes, Natter. You're saying Kipper. It's the right answer. Biff, Chip and Kipper. And the dog Floppy. Very well played, Natter. You've got control. Where are you going next? On to the C. Let's take a look. What sea is the nation in which 33 miners got trapped in 2010? Yes, Proogs. Chile. It's got through the spell checker, yeah. Chile is the right answer. Very well played. And you're back in control. This is wide open still. Wide open. Both teams 2 away. Proves, what's next? Can you have a P, please, Ben? Yes, you can have a P, Proves. P for Proves. What P is 20 fluid ounces in British measurements? Yes, Proves. It is a pint. And I should have a drink on that note. Pint is right, and we're going to get the flash. Yes, the algorithm works. He proves you're 1 away. You don't have to take it. You can point farm if you like, but you're 1 away from completing. You're going for the V to cross the board. What V is the surname of the 1920s silent film star named the Latin Lover in Hollywood, despite being Italian? Yes, Lupine. Valentino is the right answer. You block Proves off. And you cancel that flash, but there is a flash for the Blues. You're now 1 away. Where are you going next, Lupine? Oh, that got swallowed because the board was still flashing, so you'll need to do it again. There we go. On to the I. Let's take a look. What I comes after nausea and heartburn, but before upset stomach diarrhea in a well-known Pepto-Bismol jingle? Yes, Proogs. Indigestion is the right answer. The Blues are still one away, so some risk. You're going to have to take a risk here. You've almost completed the board. I don't think we've seen this before. Proogs, where to next? You're under no obligation to take the H, which would, but the O would also give the Blues a... No, the Blue wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Only the H will give the Blues a run across. You're going to play it safe. Go for the T. Let's take a look. What T is a device to measure how fast something is turning? Lupine. A tachometer. Yes, good knowledge there. That is the right answer. That blue warning light is still there. I wonder what you're going to go for. You are going for the H. Let's take a look. What H is the band who sang Mbop? Yes, Lupine. Hanson is the right answer, and that is Blockbusters. Well done, Blues. Natter and Lupine making a formidable team there, but Prue's putting up a good fight. 45 plays 40 as Lupine and Natter take the first frame. Can I look at the leaderboard? Not at this moment in time, it turns out. So we'll look at the leaderboard in just a little while, but answers are still being processed. I feel like I really need to add the pennies on at the end of this game, but it's going to overwrite a load of other stuff because I didn't update this game to include new games. So like all the... Oh, goodness. Like the Hive medals, for example, will all be overwritten. Pennies will all be the same, but it's medals that this will affect. So I've got that backup. Let's play on. If we've still got questions left, let's go on to the next frame.
Right, the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
F is flashing. Fingers on buzzers, gang. Here we go. What F is a bunch of boats or Sweeney Street? Lupine. Fleet, you say? Yes, indeed. The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Pick a letter. On to I. What I is a substance used for killing bugs such as locusts and wasps? Yes, Lupine. Insecticide is the one. Swing your insecticide wide, Sweeney, hold it to the skies. On to an R. Let's take a look. What R is a legendarily bad movie written unironically by Tommy Wiseau? Yes, Lupine. Room, yes, Tommy Wiseau's The Room. And Lupine really bringing his A game here. Where you go next, Lupine? On to the T. Let's take a look. What T is both a casino on the Las Vegas Strip and an American company best known for making orange juice? Lupine again. It was the Club Tropicana, and look at this. After a very, very close first round, the Blues are 4 for 4 as we come to potentially the final question of the frame. Lupine going for the H. What H is a pizza chain that paid $5,001 for a New Zealand man's... Yes, Lupine. Hell is the right answer, and that is Blockbusters. Well, that was quick. After a very, very tight first frame, I'm afraid, Proogs, we have to lose you 40 pennies, or 40 points, though, will go onto the leaderboard. Those leaderboards I should be able to update easily enough. But Lupine and Natter, you are our victors on 70 points, 2 frames to none. And it is time for the... Can I check the leaderboard yet? Are you going to let me check the leaderboard? What's that button do? Ah, that's the leaderboard. Oh, that's why. Only Ramsey both get 95, 2 Lucario on 90, Sotley gets 75, Samster and Arun and Shapes all on 70, Shadowbane gets 60, Stimpson and Fluid Fernando and AB Me on 55, Claire and Topper on 50, Jack on 45, Puzzledan 35 and Amy on 10. There we go, that worked. Do I press it again? So why does that say leaderboard? That doesn't do anything. I've no idea. Anyway, one of you is going to come and play the gold run. Let's find out who it's going to be. Oh, that's why we had that button. Lupine, you're playing the gold run. All you need to do is whisper the initials of the letter you want to pick. You can go in any order. You get 10 points for every one that you get right, plus a bonus 200 for crossing the board, and you get to come back in the next frame anyway, as and when that happens. If you don't know an answer at any point, you can just type in the initials of the next one. It will automatically pass it, but bear in mind you won't be able to go back to it. 90 seconds on the clock for you, and the time will start when you give me the initials to your first tile. And audience, you've got to race Lupine to getting the right answer. WAG, Aardman's cheese-loving inventor and his put-upon pooch. Wallace and Gromit is right. Where next? SAR, magic duo act famous for their tigers. No, going on to TE, the sporty name for lateral epicondylitis. Tennis elbow is right. Where next? TS, the final thing that Wright said Fred was too sexy for. This song is the right answer. Where next? SOS, as of October 2020, political position held by Mike Pompeo. May or may not be accurate anymore. Secretary of State is right. Where next? RP, rivals of Boca Juniors in Argentinian football. And River Plate is the right answer, and you've done it! You've completed the gold run in mad quick time there. 45 seconds exactly to cross the gold run there. Very well played, Lupine. It was Siegfried and Roy, Shadowmane. We're going to look at the correct answers now. No, I just read them from this list. Magic Jorat, famous for their tigers, was indeed Siegfried and Roy. But you've crossed the board. That's 5 correct answers. No, you just get bonus point 200 for crossing the board. We'll add that to your score. .270 plays 40. Very well played, Lupine and Natter. Let's just take a quick look at the... Oh, hello. There we go. Final scores on the leaderboard. Oni wins with 155. Ramsey gets 145. Toot and Lucario on 140. Samster and Shapes on 120. Arun on 110. It's Otley 105. ABB 95. Topper and Shadowmane on 90. Fluid Fernando 75. Simpson Sangle 65. Claire gets 60. Jack on 45. Puzzle down 35. And Amy on 10. Lovely stuff. And there you go. Spontaneous blockbusters. If you like blockbusters and you think we should play more blockbusters, make a lot of noise about it in the Discord server. Because having just gone back to it there, thank you for you, good old man of pleasure, Prues, absolute pleasure. Having just gone back to it there, spontaneous deal or no deal, oh, I'd love to do it. I can't do it completely spontaneously because I need Ash in the host chair. Hackbox blockbusters. Thing is, I sort of felt it had run its course and people were getting a bit weary of it, but maybe it just needed a rest and now needs to come back. We will need to replenish the question database, and I would probably want to do various rebuilds. I'm looking at these textures and feeling an awful lot of shame at the moment, but if you like it, make a lot of noise in the discussion section of the Discord, because I'm not opposed to bringing this back every once in a while. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, and it looks fine. I mean, I'm just looking at these textures now. I mean, what the hell is going on with this wall here? Walls 4. Yeah, so that should be. I mean, it's on 12 too. That should be on at least that, if not. Oh no, maybe not that. That's a bit much. But yeah, I could do better. Is what I'm getting at. I've had a lot more experience now. Looks better as a proper realty. I don't know about that, Prugs, but I found how to make me. Oh no, I can't put that there. But yeah, it's not awful. It was fun. Not quite as good as a tournament. Well, I haven't done that one yet, so that'll have to wait for a while. Look, make some noise in the Discord if you want to see that back on a regular or semi-regular basis. Look, we got to beat the bee, and then we got the post-Discord party where I need to test out my app. I need to write at least 5 more questions for it, but it's mainly just a testing thing, so it's not great. So if you've got a better offer in terms of trivia, you may want to go to that. But I'm genuinely curious to test out this new Hackbox app, which is for my IRL pub quiz, which has got to start in a couple of weeks' time. I'm meeting the managers on Thursday to go through it with them, so it'd be good to get a sort of as close to real life test as possible. So that'll be happening in the Discord. But first of all, we're going to beat the bee, and I'll do continuity and all the rest of it. So thanks to Proogs, Lupine, Natter, all the question writers involved there. Thank you for encouraging me to do some spontaneous blockbusters. I did actually enjoy it, and I enjoyed the theme tune as well. I'll see you for beat the bee in just a second. Goodbye for now. Oh no, it goes to show that first. I forgot it does that. Do I have to press it again? Yes, I do. Right, I'll see you in for beat the bee in just a minute. Goodbye for now. You can tell how old this is because it hasn't got any reference to Dexter in the credits, and it was made for Game Night Classics. Yeah, Game Night Classics. Oh, back when it got split out into different things. Anyway, oh, hello. Yes, it's got an internal cam, so I need to stop there. But it has overwritten the data, which means I'm glad I made a backup. But I am going to go out of my... I tell you what, I'm going to go out of my way to... yes, save, cool. I'll go out of my way to make sure you get your pennies for that game. I'll manually add them on, and I'll add on the leaderboard points as well, but I'm going to have to go from the backup because otherwise we're going to lose a load of other medals. Beat the bee to blockbusters. Oh, what a great idea. Depends how long the theme is. Blockbusters theme full. See, I've got a 3-minute one or a 40-second one. Neither of which are great. Blockbuster Symphony No. 1 by Bob Holmes is 2 minutes. Yeah, I can't go with that. See, this is only 40 seconds, which I'm going to lose to. That's 3 minutes. But I am open to trying some other stuff to beat the bee. Incidentally, if you want to come and test Hackbox stuff twice through, that might work. Let me bring it back up. Hang on. Have I closed it? Oh, bloody hell, I've closed it already. All right, let me open it back up. If I put it on a loop, Blockbuster theme twice through, that could work. Because that is going to be about 80 seconds, which is a minute 20, which should be fine, yeah. Let me just check I've got the audio for it. Full theme. So it's 44 seconds because there's a fade out at the end, but I will finish it when it goes da 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 da. On that low... Is there a bar at the end of it? Yeah, so as soon as the first note of that electric guitar sounds, that will be the end. So it's 45 seconds plus 39 seconds. So twice through is what we'll do. Yeah, 80-ish, probably about 85, give or take. But if you want to see more blockbusters, let me know in the Discord. After party, testing Hackbox stuff in the Discord. You'll need to give me 5 minutes just to set it up and things. And again, it's very much placeholder trivia. There's some real trivia in there, but it's mainly just to test the app. So, can we get a prediction on the go? In infinite time. Well, I'll loop it, but I will consider it stopped after. Oh, hello. No, this hasn't started yet. Stop. What are you doing? Unity, stop. Oh, God. Dan! Welcome with the raid. I don't know what's happening here. I can't make it stop. It won't... Okay. Right. Everything needs to be calm now. Is it because I've opened Blockbusters twice? Okay, just close it and reopen it, I think is a good idea. My computer's having a moment. Dan, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome. No HK, Quizzy Dan, and Clemson, T. Bear, Catus, Meredith, Musing. Just in time to beat the bee. Dan didn't say anything interesting enough for this raid phrase. Dan! Dan!
Shame! 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 Shame!
We have to give you endless shame for not saying anything interesting enough for the raid message. Welcome, all raiders. Welcome on over. You've just missed some spontaneous blockbusters, which I might be tempted to do again now we've had a raid. But no, because we're going to go and test new pub quiz thing in the server. Pain. Oh, that's that one. Pain.
Shame.
Pain and shame at the same time. Yes, overrun by the blockbuster sim. I'm not quite sure what's happening. I'm going to try and beat the B. I've got to play... Ah, there we go. Right, what's that one? Loop on. Ah, autoplay. That was the problem. Right. So, I've got to try and beat the B in 2 loops around the Rubik's Cube. The bid is on. It's about 85 seconds. Wow, there's a lot of faith in me to win. And that's just gone the other way. Okay, Ben lose 34% worth of bets. 6 people versus 9 people backing me to win. Before we go and do pub quiz testy things with test questions. And 70% on me to win, 30% to lose. 69, nice. 69% on me to win. I haven't started yet, I'm still shuffling. And Shaunahan, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. And that is the end of the poll. So 66%, 14 players backing me to win, 34% back me to lose. We're going to play the Blockbusters theme twice and see what happens. That is shuffled enough for me. And then we're going over to the Discord. And incidentally, if you're not in the Discord, if you're just joining from the raid, not to shill the Discord, but we're having an after party there where I am testing a new IRL pub quiz app that uses Hackbox. It should be a lot of fun. There's test trivia, but it's sort of real. It's halfway between test trivia, real trivia, and trivia that I've definitely used in the past. Natter, that DM that you've just sent in Twitch, can you either DM it to... In fact, can you put it in suggestions in the Discord? Otherwise, I'll forget about it. But thank you for the suggestion that you've just DM'd me there. Right, here we go. Twice through. Can I beat the B? 3, 2... And if you're playing along at home, grab your cubes. My God. 3, 2, 1, play. Make sure everyone can see. That's very important. Ugh. This is such a fucking jam. It really is. And I get to hear it twice. I'm gonna need it twice, I think. Definitely wouldn't do it once. Not in one. It's Blockbusters! And now, you've had more than half your time, Ben. So, continue trying to beat the B. It should automatically loop. There we go, right. We're halfway through our time. Yeah, baby! Yes! That was about 36 seconds, give or take. 36 plus 45 is, what, 81? So that was a minute 21. That was quite slow, by my standards, but... no, we don't... Okay, well, I'll let it play out once more. I win! I'd have failed on the old rules, yeah, probably would. Merlin, welcome to the stream. We're just going to wrap up and head over to the Discord server for a bit of a test of a pub quiz app. It's going to be 5 minutes, alright, a few questions. It's Blockbusters! Yeah, like I said, if you want to see Blockbusters back, make a noise in the Discord. My feeling on it was that it had sort of run its course. It was running out of trivia and there wasn't new stuff coming in. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I need to make a better way of writing trivia for it, possibly. But it would be a really good thing to... That was fun tonight, and it's quick and simple. And if there's enough of a database, one can do it spontaneously from time to time. You know, it's... Yeah, it's something I'm considering. Anyway, we should probably have some Blockbusters pennies before the end of the night. Or Blockbust. There we go, that'll do. Blockbusts. Oh, one off. Blockbust 68. So yeah, make some noise in the Discord if you want to see Blockbusters coming back. And yeah, so we're going to go over to the Discord now anyway, and we're going to dry run this new pub quiz app. It's a combination of trivia I've used before, new trivia, and sort of placeholder trivia, if you like. So there's a lot of stuff very much in my wheelhouse, but I really just need to test the app before I meet the managers on Thursday and say, look, I've done a as close to IRL test with it. Bear in mind, this is going to be done with probably, north of 50 teams, a lot of whom are freshers, a lot of whom are probably pissed. So I need to make sure Hackbox is relatively robust and can deal with it. So if you can come and help me out, it'd be great to have you along. Just give me 5 minutes to nip up some more trivia, and that'd be great. Anyway, Bash is here tomorrow, I think I said, with Duel and a message from our sponsor, Zeusless. What have you got to say, Zeus?
Did I miss Beat the Bee? Can you do it again? Thanks for the stream, Ben Camel 2 Hump Camel Camel 2 Hump Camel Duck.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits. I'm not going to do Beat the Bee again because I did win, and I needed a win on that tonight. But thank you for the 100 bits. And do come join us for... Oh, you're already there. Good. I'll meet you in general voice chat in a minute, Zeus. I'll give you a virtual hug. Yeah, Ash is here tomorrow with Duel and All Clued Up. Give him a follow there. Topper's still on hiatus. Ash is going to be back on Friday with Outright and Relativity, if memory serves. What have I got coming up? Thursday is going to be Wordle. No, it's not. It's going to be Plinko, The Purge, and Danger Zone. Danger Zone being caught up from last Thursday when we didn't play. It's The Purge by Arun, and it's Danger Zone by Colo. Both are gorgeous packs. I proofed Colo's, and I've had a glance through Arun's. Been proofed by somebody else. I want to say Lewis, but I might be wrong. I can actually look on the drive. Who did proof that one? The Purge. It was Lewis. Written by Arun. I had a glance through. It looks really, really nice. And Colo's Danger Zone pack is chef's kiss. So do come along on Thursday. That'll be really, really good fun. Wordle on Saturday, followed by continuation of the Bridge and Spotlight with the new database. May do some more spontaneous stuff there, depending on what I've got to show you. Might do some more spontaneous blockbusters to go with the scheduled Spotlight. We'll have to wait and see. But not contain any Barrymore questions. Nice. So that's what's coming. If you're just a Tuesday viewer, if you're just here on the beginning of the week, next Tuesday, Number Wang, and Google that. We haven't played that for weeks. Second week of the season, actually. Google that. It's written by Shapes. It's still awaiting proofing, but that should prove to be a really fun night. So next Tuesday, Google that by Shapes with some Number Wang. Yeah, look forward to that very much. As ever, do come and join the Discord. Come and join it right now, and we'll do some spontaneous pub quizzy stuff, and I'll tell you more about it as and when we get there. But thank you again, everyone, so much for joining me this evening. Thank you to what if we play tonight? What have we even done? We had Risky Business, is written by Lewis and proofed by Samson. Great pack there. That was a huge amount of fun. And then The Abyss by Tao and Mark. Some great questions coming up tonight. Really, really good to see, and a lot of very high scores. Very well done to Toot on winning The Abyss again, and to Jack on taking that gold medal in Risky Business. Chapeau to you all. Thank you for joining me. Do come and join me for the after party over in the Discord, which is going to be kicking off very, very shortly. You have been watching Game Night. I've been Royal Flush. It's been a pleasure talking to you all this evening. Until Thursday, when I'm next back and go for a run with Pony tomorrow. So I may pop onto Ash's stream if I'm about back after a run, although I'm told it's going to be nearly 5 miles, so I may be dead. Hopefully I won't be. Hopefully I'll be back by Thursday. But if I see you there, great. If not, I'll see you Thursday. Until next time, you've been watching Game Night. I've been Royal Flush. Take care. Peace out. And good night.